What is that? A hawk? Wouldn't be surprised we let our meat birds out. Lucy seems to not like it. Do you, Lou? You don't like that.
Well guys, it's been a rainy day. We haven't filmed in over a week since we got done with this monster, the barn. We're just taking a break. We had water lines moved. It's been raining. I have to grade underneath there. We got a lot of stuff to do, guys. The cattle panels have to come down. The pig pen, I'm going to take it down and rework it, make it a mobile one. It's just been tough. I got Adriana out there in my boots. She's funny. Size 14. It's just a lot of little things that we haven't been able to do because it's just, we were beat up from the barn build, to be quite honest with you. We haven't even set up our hunting season. Starts Saturday and we don't have we're not even ready. We haven't even, you know, sighted in our bows or shot them, ranged them. So this is what they've done to our garden, people. You saw how out of control our garden was. We neglected our garden. It overgrew. We couldn't even see. And look what they've done. The chickens have matted it down. Look at it. You couldn't see the rows. Now you can see them. It's crazy bananas. Ever since we put the chickens in here, no kidding, okay? Our grapes they were here by themselves. Our grapes were here by themselves, okay, for roughly 8 months. Okay, we had our grapes here for a while, okay? Since we put the chickens here, now the chickens have been here for only roughly about 10 days. Look at the new growth on these vines, all the way up here. It's bananas. And some of them that were dying, look at that, it was dying like that, have just new growth. You know, we cover them up like this with this fence just to protect them from the chickens. And even this one that's really hurting, look at the new growth right here. It's growing. These were dying. Look at it. There's little buds everywhere. And I think the chickens are eating off all the pests, and these grapes are just taking off. Look at this. This is old growth. It was dying. And then this is what happened in the last 10 days. New growth. The same with the other 4 vines we have going on over there. Also, I want to go show you guys out there what it looks like. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't have my boots on right now, so I don't want to get wet. Although I'm already getting a little wet. You can see a little bit. You see that dark green patch right there? That's where we had the chickens. And then you see the dull right behind it. Okay, this is the dark patch right there. Right there, behind that white bucket. It's really dark green. And then you see back here, the dull green. Amazing the difference the chickens poop does. And then obviously, hardly any weeds in the dark green one. And look, it's all weeds in the light green one. And the chickens are loving this new plot of land. I knew they would make short work of it. Look at her with size. Her feet are size 14 in men's now. Show me your new shoes. I have a little experiment going. I don't know what these tall weeds are called. I don't know what these are called. But the chickens mat everything around it and eat everything around it but that. So I'm trying to see if maybe their poop or even something kills those weeds without me having to break them or mow them. So it's a little experiment I'm trying to see. Emma, you want this? She's getting ready to breed them. Look, and the grass is already growing. There's little buds everywhere.
It's actually mini tomato plants. These are baby tomato plants.
Baby tomato plants everywhere.
So, we've tried breeding this particular rabbit. This will be the 3rd time. So if she doesn't work out this time, she's a goner. Alrighty, baby. Let's go. Come on. We have to pin this cage up. Well, no, it's alright. I'm gonna just grab you. That's alright. Okay. I'm like, oh, in you go. Second fall off. That should be it. Alright, buddy, back off. Back in your cage. Okay. Sweet girl. I feel bad for doing that to her. What is that? A hawk? Wouldn't be surprised we let our meat birds out. Lucy seems to not like it. Do you, Lou? You don't like that. So today we are hooking up the seeder to the tractor and we're gonna go where the chickens used to be. We moved all the pallets and the big shelter up against the coop. And we're gonna seed this with winter rye as a cover crop to add more nutrients back into the soil. We might have to move the rabbits, but it's all right for right now. Might get sprayed with little seeds. And then over there in the old pig pen, my mom, my two sisters, and Daniela are taking it apart. They're taking all the T-posts up and all the cattle panel up, but they're leaving the pig shelter there.
Alright, so we're getting ready to start seeding. We have so much to do. So we're gonna fill this thing up with 100 pounds of seeds. Where the chickens were at for 8 months, we're gonna go ahead and seed it, and then we're gonna have some tarp and tarp it for about 3 days. It'll help the seeds germinate, right? Especially because it's wet right now, so we're gonna have real good germination. I hope. We're gonna mow. Emma's gonna go ahead and start mowing the front and backyard. While I'm seeding, Ben's gonna start clearing and organizing here. As you can see, we started moving things to the barn already. All our equipment, some fencing, some tins, some rebar, our hunting stands, our gas tanks, everything. We'll start going in. We're closing. See, we closed it. This opens it. See how it opens it? It closes it. So we're gonna do heavy seeding. So I gotta go fast when I go in there because this thing will fling it everywhere. So this is winter rye. In the meantime, the girls are taking down all the T-posts, cattle panel, which Emma already did most of it. I bushwhacked the back. We still have a lot to do. As you can see, I only did the middle. Everywhere that's overgrown, even across the creek over there, we gotta go ahead and whack. So we have a lot of things to do. This barn build took a month and a half plus. So for a month and a half, I couldn't do anything else. Me and Ben were consumed with this. The girls were too. And then school started, and now we're homeschooling the girls, and that takes me away from it too. So,
oh, a spout. So, there's like a spout thing. I need a screwdriver or something. I gotta fly it.
What else? Oh, we gotta go get the backhoe. Hopefully by the end of the month, we'll have fenced in another 1/4 acre in the back. We have one, two, three. We have 3 more gates. We're gonna start doing this a little bit different. Everything's gonna look different. It's gonna look just like Ross said. Ross Lackey from Permaculture Lackey. You can follow him on Instagram. Awesome, and a lot of information. But we're gonna use the barn is gonna be our starting point, and then we're gonna follow the contour. So our new fencing, we're gonna have to pop all this fence up and start again. Because I wanna do it the way he said to do it. We're gonna do about 10-foot swales every 20 feet and just hit them and slow all the erosion down. Let's see how it goes. A lot of things to do. That's farm life for you.
Think it's a big enough hole?
That's enough.
hand seeders that we can put about, you know, probably a pound or two at a time, but it just takes forever.
As he was saying, we have seeders that can do 2 to 3 pounds at a time, but this way we get it done faster. It's more efficient, so we can move on to our next projects and just get this stuff done as soon as possible. Guys, you should smell how sweet this smells. It smells so good. We were gonna do buckwheat as a cover crop, but the place we went to only had this winter rye, so.
Alright, y'all. Farmer Bruno here. Getting ready to start.
The seeds will come out of there. Those black things on the silver circle will spin. To make sure the seeds get scattered. Hopefully the seeds will fling a little bit over here too.
This is probably about a fifth of an acre where we had the chickens. As you can see the ground, look at the ground now. You see all the seeds everywhere? So we have to retire Petunia and Bob. They're not doing anything really. Probably gonna retire them. But I have extra seed. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and hit our pasture. And give it some cover crop so it doesn't turn all nasty. So let's roll. Can you open the gate for me, honey? She's coming up here. Watch out with the PTO. The PTO spins.
I know. I'm putting my feet on the other side.
Yep. Good job, honey.
We're going to use the rest of this seed back there.
This is where we're going to start. Ready? Just like I drew it up. Just like I drew it up. Perfect timing. We're going to go ahead and take the cedar off now, put the bucket on. Time to take this apart. We take this off, and then we're gonna go ahead and then we put the box blade on, and then we gotta go ahead and box blade down there where the pig pen's at, and I gotta change it to from forks to the bucket.
Makes him naked. These lock it in place to make sure the bucket doesn't fall off. He backs straight up and gets the box blade.
The rain picked up. Alright, that's in. Alright.
No, it's a baby bird.
There.
Because we need the teeth, the teeth to be, when I bring it down, to be facing the ground. So we want this tilted like that so it can rip. There we go, ripping. So we want to rip this as much as we can. The same thing over there when we have the pigs, we want to rip that. See? So now, watch this. When I drop the bucket, the teeth are going to hit first.
Yep.
See? I want to make sure that that's what I got. Same thing for my driveway. I need to do this so I can get all the gravel up from the bottom. So, my typical North Carolina weather. Today's opening day of deer season. Me and my daughter Emma, who's filming right now, we get up at 5 in the morning to take care of the animals. We go in the woods to go, and it starts raining. Then it stops raining. We get the whole family out here doing chores, and then it starts raining. And then watch this. We'll go in there, take off our shoes, because we really can't do much. It'll just make a real bad, muddy mess if I do anything with this.
Hopefully it stops raining so we can go hunting tonight, but...
Hey, message us if you guys want us to do a review. I've contacted the salesperson, and the salesperson has talked to the manager and possibly the owner of New South Tractor. And one of the ideas is I want to have them come up here, and maybe for you guys trying to start a farm, or even just are interested in a tractor. Like, what's the right size tractor? What are the right attachments for your farm? Not everybody's going to be pioneering a farm like how we're doing, starting from scratch, clearing trees out and grading and dropping 8 feet below ground. And I mean, all this crazy stuff that we're doing. So maybe you guys want an idea of, what's good for you, what works for us, what are things that we got that we really, like, there's only one attachment I think that we didn't really need. But you never know. I'm keeping it because you never know.
Persimmons are dropping from our giant persimmon tree over here. So we're gonna start picking those up from the ground because they're only good for like 1 day before they start rotting. Basically, he's trying to rip this up, and then he's gonna probably go back over it after he lowers the back end. He'll go back over it and smooth it out so it's nice and flat, rather than having this kind of peak in the middle. Before and after.
Guys, the rain stopped. The second half of our day begins. We ran some errands while it was raining.
We took the cattle panel off the pig pen, and now we're gonna go inside the pig pen and go ahead and he's gonna get the bucket, the edge of the bucket, and catch onto these teeth right here, and he'll lift the thing straight up. Just like that. Sometimes it doesn't quite catch. I think I just stepped on something alive because it squirmed beneath my foot. So once I get all these T-posts loaded up in the RTV, I'll go ahead and take it over under the barn where we've been putting all the other stuff and unload it there.
Let's see if this works, guys.